I'm Sandy. I'm a forever friend of Katrina, Rhodey's, and the team. The team and Rhodey and Katrina are all very compassionate about helping others. Katrina's humble and passionate and helps connect you with your loved ones that have passed. So it's a phone call from heaven and it's magical. Please like, share, and subscribe and become a forever friend too.
What I'm going to do is right now, I want to say thank you for everybody that showed up. We have the second half of our new variety show, and Rhodey is going to take over into this. I'm still here, but we have Nick Mule, which is a private, not private investigator. He is a paranormal investigator, enthusiast. He's been in magazines. He goes to, I see him laughing up there. We'll go ahead and bring him in. But we got to meet this gentleman at one of Rhodey's bucket list, and he's been all over the place too. He does radio shows, and I want to bring him in. There he is. Look at the handsome guy. It's Rhodey's twin.
Yep.
How you doing? Rhodey can't see herself, so I had to take you out, Karen. You know how she is.
I can't talk if I can't see myself. Hey, Nick.
How you doing, Rhodey?
Trina's getting up moving. Good. Well, don't go too far. We had, for anyone still listening, watching, we had some technical difficulties, and Nick had sent me 2 EVPs. However, they weren't in the right form that I could load them here on StreamYard. I even tried dropping them in something called a converter I do before I put things in iMovie, and I still couldn't do them. So, Nick, I thought maybe you could just tell us a little bit about one of your favorite places. And I do have a picture at the end of the show, so I loaded real quick. So tell us about maybe one of your Waverly Hills or Bachelor Grove. Tell us something about one of those where you had a really cool investigation.
Sure. Yeah. Well, obviously, I could actually probably first of all play the recording on my speaker. By the way, I got an external speaker, so let me just turn this on. But yeah, while I'm getting that set, one of my favorite locations I've been to, of course, was Waverly Hills Sanatorium. That was over 10 years ago. In fact, it was actually my very first all-night investigation I had, which I managed to do it at a young age. I was only 17 years old back then, and it's funny. It was just a week after I started my senior year at high school, so it was like a great start to the school year. And when I first approached this location, my dad went with me, and I wasn't sure what we were going to be expecting at a place like this. So when we had the opportunity to gain access into the building, which was around a little bit after 11 o'clock, as I recall, the first location we got to, which we had a guide with us for this investigation, he took us to the 4th floor, which is said to be one of the most active floors in the entire building. It wasn't just us. There were other investigators there as well. And the one thing he told us was saying it's best that you have your flashlights turned off for this. And as soon as we shut off all our flashlights, probably about a minute being within the dark, I see these, not one, but several shadowy black figures going all different directions. I mean, it was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because some were going to the right, some were going to the left, others were coming towards us, others were going away from us, and I gasped, like I couldn't believe it. But it wasn't a gasp of fright; it was a it was a gasp of excitement of why, because it was my first time really seeing something.
Those are the best.
That is, yeah, it is. Well, let's hear that EVP you got there.
So the EVP that I'm gonna play, this was I think it was the first floor, as I recall, and yes, I do sound younger in this recording.
Don't we all sound that younger? Yep.
Yeah. I know I do apologize if it does not have the best quality, because I originally recorded off an old digital recorder, but right near the end of this clip, you hear like this hum that we got. So hold on one second. Hey, hold on. I don't know why it's not connecting. It was just recording. It was just connected just a minute ago.
Because you're on our show, Nick.
Yeah, Katrina, things
We
seem to.
had trouble with the girls up here before the show started, and all of the pictures were going up, so it happens.
Looks like, you know what? I think I just got it. Okay, let's try that again. Damn it, it's not doing that again.
Oh,
Sorry.
Don't be.
Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. I got it. I know what to do.
okay, good, good.
Yep, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Everyone listen.
It's right near the end of the clip. I'll play it again.
Okay.
Were you able to hear that, or?
I couldn't.
I did not hear it. One more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very brief. Here, I'll turn up the volume.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I just heard a conversation right there.
Yo, what? Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, that
I
was-
thought I heard, like a couple of syllables.
I heard at least 3 words, 3 to 4 words.
Well, right at the beginning, that was me. But then afterwards, I as far as
Yeah,
I know,
I heard a conversation at least 3 to 4 words there.
Yeah. Well, you said humming,
And I hear a female.
wow. Because for a while, I always took it as it was just a hum. But now that you said that, I mean, now kind of looking back on, it kind of does sound like a conversation.
It is.
I have been there to Waverly Hills, and we also, someone there caught humming, a woman humming. That's why I was very interested in hearing this one, but I did hear syllables myself. So
And it's definitely a woman, so that's the way I feel. And to me, somehow I feel like it's asking about, like, to take your vital signs or your blood pressure. That's what I feel like it's like. So, Nick, by any chance, while you were having that, were you having any type of anxiety going on, or would you notice that maybe it wasn't heightened a little bit, which could elevate? That's how I'm taking that conversation with, worried about your vital signs.
Well, I don't really recall a lot of the anxiety when I was there. I think it was just more of excitement because, again, it was like that kind of adrenaline feeling, if you
Well,
will.
that wouldn't heighten up blood pressure or whatever. Yes,
Yep.
that's just how
Right.
I feel. I feel like she was concerned of you, and that is how I get what I heard out of that. Like, let me check it for you or something like that.
Right. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Wow.
yeah, well, she can tell you. She can tell you all
Well,
that.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
When I was there, I had the first time I think it was on the 2nd floor, and I was alone walking down the hallway, and I saw little, out of the corner of my eyes, little black, not figures, like almost like circle things, not coming beside me. And I didn't run, but I walked as fast as I could to the stairwell. And I look back now, and it's embarrassing to admit that I didn't stop and try to get pictures or ask questions, but it was so life-changing. It was so life-changing. I just couldn't believe it. But it actually, I got a little startled.
Oh, I'm sure.
You never know what spirit's going to bring. If my memory is correct, Nick, when we were at Bachelor Grove, didn't we have an experience where I could smell that woman walk by, and you guys for a second could smell the flowers or the perfume? Wasn't it you and your friend? And you just for
Yeah,
a
I
second.
think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you smelled it too. Sometimes they can break through and make that. And it was very interesting that you guys did say that you smelt it at that time when I said that she was walking by. And that was physical. That's the part. So when you're into these areas of, in this case, a hospital, who would, that physical moment,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
had an urgency, and you had an elevation of excitement, which also could have been, to them in the medical field to help you. So it's pretty cool how life still continues and their personalities are still intact.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's also interesting. I mean, I wish I had this available for you guys, but when we went there back in 2010, we actually did film a good majority of the investigation. However, the camera that we were using at that time was like a 30-year-old camera. So it was with the old VHS kind of way. So, and to this day, we have yet to find like, I mean, these were those really small, like kind of like a cassette tape, if you will. For years we've been trying to figure out where we can play because we have not really seen the footage. So that's something I've been wanting to check out for years. So and of course you have to remember this was 2010, so this was still at a time before Facebook had the Facebook Live, of course. So in order to film something that you wanted to show on Facebook, you had to basically rely on a different camera.
Right.
Right.
And Nick, Um, well, that you're a ghost magnet. That's not something that is new. But who did you like break your leg or had something happen to your leg when you were younger? Because I feel like that particular person stays with you. Maybe not an actual break where you had to put a cast in, but I feel like there was some and I feel like it's your right one, and I feel like it's somewhere like in the knee area or in that area of concern.
Yeah, in fact, yes, I did. Not exactly when I was younger, but actually a few years ago. It actually occurred on my left leg. I was up late one night and I was handling some film related material, and then after I decided to call a night, I took a shower, and as soon as I stepped into the bathtub, I slipped and fell and landed on my leg, which at the time I literally thought I broke it because you know you're just such in shock because you just don't have any clue about what happened. But when I was able to stand up, I was fortunate then because I knew that as long as I was able to get back up and stand and even partially walk around, that told me that my leg was not broken.
So, Nick, is that your grandmother that is on the other side that I'm talking to? And did she also have a big hand in raising you like a mom?
I think in some way, I mean, I was very close to both of my grandparents, especially because my grandmother passed away first back in 2000. Oh, excuse me, yeah, back in 2011. So 10 years ago now. Then I stuck around, kind of took care of my grandfather, who died 2 years later.
Yes.
So yeah, I was very close to my grandparents.
She said that he died with a smile on his face. So I just want to let you know that's what she said. She was right there with him. So
Oh,
I want to let you know that all of them are together, but she's the one that helped you nurse you back. And when you come out, I feel like you got a couple of chairs in your living room. At least that's the vision that she's sharing with me. I feel like those are your focal points, are these two chairs in your living room. A lot of times it's a couch, but I feel like yours are these chairs, and she sits with you many times while you're going through. I see this glowing light that flickers, but it's not an open candle, so I don't know if that makes sense to you. It just feels like you have this glow in the living room that flickers. So it might be that you stay in your living room with the TV on, or something, because when a commercial comes on, it'll change the glow.
right.
And she's also showing me that she hangs out with you so much. You call upon her and she is with you. So I know you didn't come on to get a reading, but they're talking and I'm supposed to share that with you.
Well,
And she's a small, thin lady too. I just want to let you, she's a small little thing.
Well, I still appreciate it though. I mean, I'm sure because that was my dad's side of the family. So I'm sure my dad would have would love to have heard it. Unfortunately, he's not in the house right now, but I'm sure that would have been something he would have been thrilled to
Just
hear.
like to share that because you got the smile coming from Dad. Grandma's got that same smile. I just want to let you know that that's where we get this from. So, and they're with you all the time, and especially since you've been born, you've had people watching over. Because I feel like you've had a few near-death experiences, Nick. So I hope that makes some sense. So you've got a lot around you. So you're doing good. Let me let you get back to your investigation. I apologize, but spirit talks, guys. Spirit talk. Now, Rhodey, you take over. She's the interviewer.
Accidentally just blocked Debbie Robinson kicking that one troll out. I'm sorry. They move so fast to comment sometimes, so we'll try to get you unblocked. You have to do it from YouTube.
Oh,
Okay, well, Nick, listen, you have one more EVP, and I listened to it, so I actually heard that one so clearly.
Yeah.
Give us a little where you got it at, and then let's hear it. I remember it.
Yeah, so this next one that I'll be playing was it's actually one of the very few residential investigations I've done. It was with my first paranormal team, and the person that it was actually one of the team members' houses. Sadly, he no longer lives in the house, but what makes it even creepier was that this was also recorded. This was about a year after so this was another old recording. This was on Halloween night of 2011. So what I got, I don't think it could have been any better than what we did on that particular night. So it's a 20-second recording, and like I said, it's going to be right near the end of it. So here we go.
Just or or 38, 29. Can you still going? Minus.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. Wow.
Clear as day.
And what were you just talking? You said you were talking about doing something right before you picked that up in the message when you sent me the EVP. What was it that word was significant? You were talking about body temperature or something?
It sounded like to me, I mean, based on just the way how it's said, it sounds like as if it's saying the exact thing I was just about to say, because I do recall that I did have a laser thermometer and I was doing the readings, and they were asking me about what the temperature was, and I said, I mean, of course you couldn't really hear exactly because that was when the voice came up, but I was saying about the exact temperature, which was minus. But then right before that, you could clearly hear before that they're saying minus. So it's like they already knew the answer before I even said it.
Will you play that one more time? That's right. Right as it's saying it, you actually say it. So yeah, play that one more time for us.
Sure thing.
Just or 38, 29. Can you still going? Minus.
Whoa. Okay. Right when the spirit says it, literally right when he's saying minus the us, you are saying it. That is coexistence, and that's what Katrina Cooper always talks about. Always. She always tells them.
I love it. I love it.
She always tells them. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, probably one of my most favorite EVP recordings I've had. So that's something I'll definitely be keeping.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they are. They are. Now, I've got something to show you guys. If I'm on Katrina's computer, right? Katrina?
Yes.
Well, now I can't get it. Okay.
Which one do you want?
Those pictures?
Yep, that's over here. You got to go.
Oh, I thought you had to go to brand or something.
You do.
Okay.
I was trying to get into it, and those pictures are right there.
Okay, well, when we thought we weren't sure if Nick was going to get on or what we could do, I very quickly loaded a couple of pictures. Now, last Halloween, can't say with who, they asked, we went to College Park Memorial Cemetery here in Houston, Texas, one of the oldest Black cemeteries around. The history's phenomenal there. But anyway, I was holding my camera out like this, taking pictures. How you take one, you barely move it. You take another, trying to get in front of The other, okay. I actually saw this thing running across the bottom of the viewfinder when I was looking through it. I literally, and it looked just like it looks, a white swirly thing. So I'm gonna pull up the picture I took right before it, and then that picture, just so you can see some of the crazy stuff we see. Okay, so this was the one right before it. Okay, and then this is the one after it. See that little squiggly thing? I saw that
wow.
moving left to right in the viewfinder. I wished I would have been videoing instead of taking pictures, but you clearly see it's not here, nothing there, see? And then boom. And what makes it so cool is I saw it in the viewfinder when I took that picture. Yeah. And that's what they say. It looks like a white misty thing moving across the ground
Yeah.
there. And so it was really crazy. We haven't investigated in a long time, but just for being out there a little bit that night, we got some stuff, you know.
We
So
got some great stuff in the big comment.
I don't know how you guys catch this stuff. I take a million pictures and nothing has shown up yet. Nothing.
well, I believe it's proven when she's with us, we get way more of everything.
Well, it's different because I know where they
yeah.
are. I know where I can hear them. So I'm not usually asking them to take their picture, and that's why they're always, posing.
Yeah, you guys all, you get great